quarter ounce. Graduated to a QP9, nigga really trap out the pounds. Got the same crew for days, ain't had time to change. Poker full of faces cause I beat up the block. Residue on my scale, line full of clientele. Got them lined up, pie strip out the pot. Still the same nigga who ain't never had none. Hoes used to talk down, bitch, look at me now. Started with a quarter ounce, graduated to a QP9, nigga really trap out the pounds. Got the same crew for days, ain't had time to change. Poker full of faces cause I beat up the block. Residue on my scale, line full of clientele. Got them lined up, pie strip out the pot. Still the same nigga, by the dollar. I ain't never gonna change, I ain't never gonna change. Use a lamb, nigga, dick ride next, man. Cause you see that it get a low change. I been doing thug thing, keeping it low key, nigga. I stay out the way. Every day hustling, tired of the struggling. 24/7, nigga, gotta get paid. Posted at the trap house first and last out. I ain't going home, I remember them days. All night flight, dog, selling out white hard. Money ain't right, I'ma knock out the G. Early in the morning in the mall for some G's. Get fresh for the day, Gotta go flip a pack, dog. Put up some rest, dog. Make that shit back. What I spend on them G's, used to whoop up that white saw. Come bring that shit back, I done fuck up the years. It's so easy just to drop hard. I can scrape, rock the shit off, flip it 28, skirt, that's a double whoop, 28 to 56, knock at the door, fiends flexing for another hood, cell phone, rain cap, calling for another zip, weigh it up, bag it up, gotta take another trip, still a saying, nigga who ain't never had nothing, hoes used to talk down, bitch, look at me now, started with a quarter ounce, graduated to a QP9, nigga really trap out the pounds,
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in, those of you that have will tune in the future. How y'all doing today? I hope this video is gonna be one that I'll upload later, but it's gonna be appreciated and excuse me, be appreciated because there's some that was said. People can tend to get disrespectful, and in their disrespect, what I choose to do is simply correct them. Right? I'm gonna play a video for you all. It's like a minute 30 seconds. And as the video goes, we'll begin to break down everything that's being said. And then what I will also do is give you about a 20-point reading from our actual work about the creation story that we have in the physical, right? And it's just being used to correct those not transformers, but the misinformers, right? That's the new name I have for them. So to clear the scene, right? The blue fire, we do have Aunt TC. Got Aunt TC here, Uncle Zed on the other side of the line. We got Red, Crane, and Lil Deer and Uncle Pa. So y'all can free y'all mics if y'all wish. If y'all wish to keep them solid on mute, that's okay too.
I like to say greetings to the family, greetings to everyone that's listening on the podcast tonight. Peace.
Much love. Thank you for tuning in. You know, if I send it to you, you ain't gonna miss it.
Iki, Chitamo, what's going on, family?
Shouldn't be cheap.
To the panel.
Everything, cause I'm finna drop this screen and I'm here. Can y'all hear me over the controls?
Yeah, you clear. I can hear.
Okay, perfect. So let me
clear.
go play this video. I'm gonna play this video and then I'm going to show those who will see in the future. I'm gonna show them something so amazing. And Auntie, and this is why I get your saying, Auntie, your blood not ancient enough. So let's see. Y'all check this out. Listen to this. Peace. I want y'all to hear this if y'all can. Where is the speaker? Right here. Here we go. Listen to him. This is the dude, Feather or Father Indigo.
Like peace. Y'all keep following these niggas that's like they don't tap into ceremony. Like, come on with that, y'all. Like, for real, if you really know who he is and all that, like, come on with all that fake ass division shit. They ain't no Christ consciousness. That ain't what's going on.
Pause. That's where I want to stop it at first. Now, the first thing he said is,
y'all keep following these niggas that's like they don't tap into ceremony. Like,
okay, pause it there. Dear, you there? Hanoso? Hosono, how to say it
Yeah,
properly.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You
I'm here.
know,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
here.
mash it. But question, cause is this not the God that called and asked us to come perform ceremony for them?
True,
Did
true.
he not ask our mothers to come bless the land for them because we knew the ceremony?
Yeah, you ran it by us first because it was it was weird.
Did he not say? And I brought it to the families, right?
Yeah, you sure did.
I did my job as the big chief. So now the question is, if he doesn't know the ceremonies because he can't participate, how could he say that we don't know the ceremonies? Now, that's the
And
first
then
lie.
why would he ask for a blessing?
Why would you ask for the blessings of our mothers?
But don't
Now,
know.
secondly, he said, well, if y'all knew him, but he don't even know me. So what does he mean? That's number two. Number three, if he felt that way, why in the hell did he call my phone saying his ancestors said I was chosen to lead them? Why call and say your families are chosen to lead us? I know dude's a little slow. It's a little retarded. You get what I'm saying?
Right, right.
But to lie to the people because you need a talking point is crazy. So let's continue. Listen to this.
That's digging up skeletons because it's even our folks, all scared folk.
Hold on, let me go back that alarm.
All scared folk ain't kid folk. Understand where I'm coming from? So how they finding all these artifacts, all these Egyptian artifacts on American land? Like,
Pause. Let's think about what the hell he just said. Let's think about what he just said. How are they finding Egyptian artifacts on America's land? Well, if they are American artifacts, then they're not Egyptian. And if they're Egyptian artifacts on American land, then
Then
they're
they
not
might
American. They were
right.
brought via trade.
Then they migrated. Right.
And there was a migration. But being that these Negroes can't separate the meanings of these words because they've been miseducated, anyone who doesn't believe what they believe are now creating separation. Well, he don't believe what I believe, so he's separating himself from me. Why are we still dealing with belief in the age of knowledge? You see what I'm saying? And this is going to be what I just said is going to be very key because he said something after he mentioned Christ consciousness. Now, why would we mention Christ consciousness as indigenous people? Is that not a Christian philosophy term?
Yes, it is.
But that's not Christ consciousness. Now, him using that Christian term should take you back to the America being Egypt. It's biblical, but it's not the right way. It's what they make it. Let's continue and listen to this. Listen to this BS.
Egyptian artifacts on American land, like America was invaded by Egypt. This shit been here for over 40,000 years.
Now, to that reference, you saying it's here like Egypt invaded America, but how could Egypt invade America if America is Egypt? So even the attempt at trying to say, oh, well, you act like Egypt invaded America. Egypt can't invade America if America's Egypt.
If America is
When you
Egypt,
use their logic, use their logic against them, their flaws start to surface. But not only their flaws, their demons too. Listen to the demons. Listen to the demons.
And you talk about you like man-made bloodlines. That's like 10,000 years old. Like, come on, bro.
Now, that's another lie. Right? He said, what? You're talking about man-made bloodlines. that's only 10,000 years old. Now, the guy also mentioned that what, y'all? What did he mention that was important? That these so-called Egyptian artifacts are 40,000 years old. Can anyone correct
Right.
me if I'm wrong now?
He definitely said that.
So let me share this, and I'm going to show you why you have to you got to be careful when you're dealing with these people, because they'll lie to you just because they have more, they're more confident in saying bullshit because more people gonna agree with the bullshit start. Y'all know when it comes to things like this, it can get to me. But this is my book, right? And in said book, it opens up in a way that crushes philosophy. What I mean by that is there's no reason to lie on me. Keep that shit all the way. So we'll scroll down to book one. And book one opens up, it says, the ancient ones that became known as Wale existed on this land for over 50,000 years. The ancient ones that became known as Wale existed on this land for over 50,000 years. Last time I checked, 50,000 was more than 10,000. But this is the clown that is saying that, hey, he's only dealing with 10,000 year period. Now, this is where he sticks his foot in his mouth, and we're going to turn up. This is the turn up. Y'all ready? This
Sound
is the
right.
turn up.
That's like 10,000 years old. Like, come on, bro. This shit, unity consciousness. Like, come on, stop playing. Then y'all believe that Pangea never really happened? Do y'all really know the creator's story? Are y'all really children of God?
Let's go back. Let's go back.
That's
Let's
like
go back.
10,000 years old. Like,
Let's go back.
bro.
I'm finna crush him now.
Like, come on,
I'm in the
stop playing.
zone.
Then y'all believe that Pangea never really happened? Do y'all really know the creator's story?
Let's go. Wait.
Really children of God?
So, Indigo, I'm finna crush you. I'm finna crush you. See, now it's time. Let me pull up my regular page and let the controls take over. Give me one moment. So I'm in here. I'm with. Okay. Can somebody unmute? Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah, we see it.
All right. Matter of fact, let me pop up so y'all can see what a headdress looked like that was made by the Grand Matriarch. Don't let nobody send you to Amazon to get no cheap ass headdress, right? So now he said, do y'all not believe in Pangea? Do y'all even know the creator's story, creation? But he said creators. And it's cool because I want you all to look at this map, these different forms, right? This is how or what they portray Pangea to be. Now, what your favorite cousin gonna show you? What your favorite nephew gonna show you? And if you like debating me and I whoop your ass, what your daddy gonna show you is that Pangea is fairly young. See, people don't talk about Nuna, right? People don't talk about Nuna. Now, here's something that's very uh interesting, right, is that when you deal with Pangea, let me bring up Nuna. Hold on. When you deal with these different so-called supercontinents, what one has to realize is that often these things are hypothetical, right? But within these theories, I'm going to tell you for the fact of the matter is that Pangea again is not the oldest. Now we look at these different forms. What you will find out is that there are forms that be hold on. There are different forms like Rod, and when you deal with Rodinia map, you can also see the maps of continents or supercontinents before it. So not only do you have that, you have, let me go back to Nuna because it made me drop it. Go back to Nuna. You have Kenorland, right? Kenorland. But what this is showing you is he said y'all don't believe in Pangea and y'all don't know the creation story. Well, sir, the creation story didn't begin with Pangea. That's why you're arguing with me, because your blood ain't what?
Yo, ain't ancient enough.
Your blood not ancient enough. And if you want me to say it in the haters' language, since the Tamukwa niggas be hating, I'll say it for you. Isina, Iqui, Fano. Your blood is not ancient, brother. your blood is not ancient, brother. So you arguing with me about Pangea. Oh, Pangea rose out the land and the supercontinent, and you're not understanding that before Pangea was a supercontinent, it was 2, 3 supercontinents that came together to make one land. So now with me walking you back from Kenorland, I'll then take you to the Sumerians. And the Sumerians, their word for their one of their main cities was what? Or fire, right? Or Chaldea. This is where Abraham is from. So what happens when there's a continent called Or, which is older than Pangea? So when you're dealing with a real Wale, when you're dealing with a real Yamasi, and we start to walk this story back billions of years before
So
the
to
creation of Pangea, you don't go ahead, cuz talk to me.
I was just going to Hootie say he from there too. So sweet.
But why? See, this is the reason they don't understand the unification in culture. Tahuti is from Ur when he did what, cuz? Is Tahuti not the one who civilized Inki? And Inki became equivalent to Ptah because he was a student in the school of Ptah. But
He
how
had to learn
old
them. He
is
gave him
this
that
story?
speech.
Say what, cuz?
Said he had to learn them. Gave him that speech.
Facts. He gave him the speech. We
And
know what's
Shashak,
going on. You
Shashak
feel me?
taught him how to write it.
So now let's go back even further. What happens when you have another continent, supercontinent that they're calling it, which is again billions of years older than so-called Pangea? Now, why is this important? Why is this important? Why is this important? Because Negroes are mentioned Laurasia, right? They'll mention Gowana, they'll mention Pangea, but name somebody that you've heard mention Nuna, Rondinia, right? Kenorland outside of us. So he's asking about the creation story, and Pangea and don't even know that Pangea is a baby
Right.
compared to how old the actual creation story is. So that's my 20 minutes. With that 20 minutes, I'll go here. Let me do this for everyone. I want everyone to see this. They're going to be amazed. Watch this. You're going to be amazed. And I want you to look at this story. I want you to look at this picture, right? I want you to look at this picture as I tell this story. Okay. Look at this picture as I tell this story. Here we go. Now I can let the two in. Let me let them in. I'll let them in after the story and they can ask the questions. So let me pull this up and read this, turn the camera off, and go to the book reader app. Because Mutt, correct me if I'm wrong. When after I read this, just let them know you've been got this, right? Can y'all share this tab instead? Okay, here we go. Let me know when all these blue circles pop up on the screen, y'all, please.
Yeah, they there.
Let's get it. So, the land before time. I wish to take you on a journey to the land before time. In this physical world, there were always the ancient ones existing in many forms, human, animal, and soul. Segregated into tribes of their own, the aquatic, terrestrial, flyers, and fires often failed to interact with each other. The flyers, after thousands of years without rest, addressed the council. In a granted request, the people above called to the host of the oceans. They asked their sister, "Do you have a place which we can rest?" The ocean calmed her source and said, "Yes, but do your best." Aquatic beings had earth in abundance. It was kept within it as it was not wise for them to live on the surf's face. Wishing it to be done in a hurry, the falcon was chosen, being swift in action. As he landed in the water, it was clean and he could see land, but he did not stay for long as he was too small. They then sent the eagle, who was more powerful. The water dirtied as he dove into it, attempting to bring it to the sky, it wasted away. Knowing they needed assistance, the animals of the sea began to break apart coral and push a clump of mud to the surf's face. Disaster struck for the creator's beings as a hurricane caused the mud to break into millions of pieces. Back, pardon me. Let me stop. I don't know why I won't stop. Where we at? The great heron, the knowledgeable one, was called to search for a new hope on the water's surface. Ote, Ote, it settled on a small island. While flying, it noticed that there were many others. The great buzzards came down to dry the land, making it inhabitable by gliding over the land. Eventually, they all tired and were forced to flap their wings. Out of the wet ashes came to rise the mountains and valleys from the winds of the wings of the great buzzard. Now that the earth was finished, the birds could rest. The council gave powers to special aquatic beings to live on the earth without harm. Many flyers could have the ability to hunt and survive within the waters, enjoying what had been founded. They also understood that their fire wasn't enough. From the water, something earth-like was called to the sky, and the sun from another place. Together, they would give enough fire to guide the day and rule the night. I'm gonna skip these intricate details because they're not for everyone. But I want you all to think about this. When I was giving that presentation, when I was that story, did I mention Egypt? Nah. Did I mention Lemuria? Nah.
No,
Did I mention Pangea?
no.
Nah. We just called it land, right? Something that's earth-like. But what Negroes do is they only have, like I said, limited information. Their blood is not ancient enough. So when they are living here on earth, but they know about Laurasia and Gondwana, but they mention Pangea as if it's the oldest, that means we have over 2.7 billion years of information missing if we pause it right here. Now, what did he say? Do y'all not believe in Pangea? Do y'all know the creator's story? Nigga, Pangea is hypothetically 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps from the actual story. So a nigga that's telling y'all we don't know ceremony, but called us to have our mothers to do ceremony for them, is the same nigga that's telling y'all that Pangea is the oldest. You better stay away from these internet ass niggas. Now, Pa is on here. Pa created the term internet Indians. So for an outside nigga to try to use that against me just shows how sincere he is at heart. You see how I'm looking at you in your face, in your eyes, talking to you. Then when a person talks to you and does, yeah, man, he this, man, y'all
Yeah,
gotta
don't
know that
trust that
person
nigga.
don't know what they talking about.
Don't trust
You
that
don't know
nigga.
what the fuck they're talking about. He's a liar. See, me, if I'm gonna, I'll tell you my favorite saying. I might lie to you, but I won't tell you nothing wrong. It's gonna take a real nigga to understand what's being said.
Mm.
See, that nigga lied to you and he told you something wrong. I might lie to you. I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. Only the real ones will understand what I'm saying. So look at this map, and I'm about to open this up. Free Bill. If y'all do have any questions, Reese, what's going on, fam? Thank you for tapping in.
Yo, what's happening, fam?
Shayla, hello. Hello, Kiana, my bad.
Hey, Kiana.
Kiona.
Kiana.
Nah, it's spelled Kiona. I'm finna, hey. I say, wait, hold up. I've never seen Kiana spelled like this. That's
Well, thank
cool,
you.
though. How y'all doing? Let me shut up.
Doing all right.
Nephew,
Talk to
nephew.
me, Let's talk, Pa.
What
Let's
up,
talk,
Pop?
Pa. Let's
What's
talk, Pa.
going on, nephews? What's going on, nephews? This I call my nephews the young tribal elders. That's who y'all are. Y'all the young tribal elders. And y'all do have the information just like your uncle right here have the information. And that's how you know who is real and who is still on the pot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for him to actually come out there and say that, I'll bring it back to this, right? When he came to the land, um, and he had the war bonnet on from Taiwan, you know, and
Man, come
you
on
know,
now.
and I say, be McCool. I say, and I'm about to go get, and she say, yeah.
He like,
And I
man,
was like, okay, okay. You know, it's like, dude, like, no, man. You know, and we try to give people the benefit of the doubt until they prove their benefit of the doubt wrong.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
And that what happened. That what happened. Ain't no way he's supposed to come dealing and trying to come at nephew like that, knowing doggone well that he gave false information.
And he know
And
he
once
ain't did the
again,
work.
right, sis, right. He did not do the work. He did not do the work at all. When he was on the phone with my nephews and them asked him questions, and he could not answer the questions. And he was stumbling and fumbling. You know what I'm saying? And like nephew said, he said, "Pop, oh man, thank goodness you was on the phone because Red Crane already told hole in him already." You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
So, in the thing is, the term Internet Indians, I was the one that coined that because the Internet Indians don't have tribal customs and rights and nations to be a part of. They
Fact.
just come up with misinformation and they want to call North America, Egypt, or Tamaray,
Right.
and all that there, and call the Mississippi the Nile, or call it the what else they call it, the Euphrates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
And then
Tigris Euphrates. Yeah.
yeah, they call it all kind of stuff, and it's like, where is that coming from? But I know the gentleman who was the one that put it out there in the mid '90s, and it was on VHS. And his name was Hakeem. All right, and he was of a branch of the temple out there in New York. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, the elders in them said this and that, but you never said what tribe that the elders in them was from.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Niggas always lying on their grandma, man.
right, right, and just like nephew said, if he said elder, he gonna give you the name of his elder. Just like he said, my elder, Uncle Eagle Eye Joe said that we was on the land. He gave a name specifically. Specifically, he just didn't say, "Oh, my elder." He gave a name,
Facts.
and they can't give you no name.
Facts.
They just say, "Oh, the elder." No, who's your
The
elder?
elder, the elder
Right.
said, the elder, man, chill out. And then it's like for somebody to call me and say, "Oh, my ancestor said you chosen to lead us." Why the fuck your mama ain't give birth to no leader?
Mm,
That's the question.
that
Cause
part.
the leader come from the bloodline.
Hmm.
And don't, bruh, talking about, oh, if y'all knew who he was, bruh, you don't even know me, yo boy.
Nigga said his ancestors told him to bend the knee.
Yeah, bruh, your ancestors basically told you to bow to me, yo boy. You caught, oh yeah, you the big chief. You are who you say you are. My ancestors told me. See, they told you, but they told you not to fuck with me. But you thought that, oh, he don't got nobody around him, so I can hold on, bro. As soon as you go to talking that, when you go to talking that cooking, I'm calling Red Crane, yo boy. When you go to talking about cooking up, I'm calling Red Crane. I'm not gonna argue with you. Cause if I argue with you, what happened, cuz? We at war, bro. If I argue with you, we at war. So I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm gonna put you on the phone with Red Crane. You want to
Hey,
talk peace?
Red Crane jumped in Buddy's DMs very modest, very, very, very nice.
Very, very demure.
Yeah.
Cause
Because that's what he does, and I love it. I
say
love
what
it.
unto you?
I said that's what Red Crane does, and I love it. Because you already know what answer you're gonna get. Whatever question you ask him, he's gonna fumble, and he's definitely a liar and out of his mind.
I told him that what happened when niggas go to mixing that coke.
And he know that's the thing. Like when you watch the video,
Yeah, bro, you see?
he know he making the mistakes. He just bro, people be butt hurt is what I call it. They be butt hurt that
Yeah.
that that they in some form of way wrong, can't admit that they wrong. That's a
You,
mental illness.
you can actually hear it in his voice.
And you know what, Auntie? If you ain't say that, you could actually hear it in his voice. I wouldn't have threw the dagger. I'm finna drop the dag on him right now. Let me finish reading our story. Fuck him. Let me finish reading our story. Let me educate the people on something real quick. See, in the beginning of the story, the foundation, the founding of land on this earthly surface, on this water surface. So let's what he said mentioned first, which was something about ceremony, right? Hint, hint. Now, something happened. We're not gonna say, but long story short, when this was taken for 4 days, it became 4 different sets of humans. Now, when people tell this story, they always talk about one person or 2 people. It's because they're not ancient enough. Do the Egyptians not have an Ogdoad? Do the Chinese people or the Asians not have an Ogdoad?
Definitely. Definitely.
Niggas want to talk 9 ether, but don't want to talk about the 8 that was used to create the 1. 1 and 8 equals 9. Niggas not science. Even when you write the number 9, you draw a 1 and a half of an 8. Because it's 4 sets. But let's get into it. So on the next day, it had been discovered and taken by the sun as a sacred token. In 4 days, on the 30th, the 4 sets of humans, 1 man, it grew into 4 sets of humans, 1 man, 1 woman. The southern blue, the eastern white, the northern red and yellow, the western black. The children were taken to the edge of the world, the rainbow's end, where they were taught sacred ceremony by their father. They were taught how to honor the breath makers. They were taught how to cleanse themselves with blank root, blank and blank root. They were taught how to use these to purify themselves and detox their body. They were blanked for their own blood to reciprocate the sacred. In that blank, what is when the nigga say, oh, nah, that can't happen to me? So how did you go through this ritual from the first time? This is the Zed Fest in Zep Tepi in Egypt. If you niggas was real Egyptians, you would be practicing the ceremonies of Zep Tepi. Because that's what they call this story in Egypt. In their way from what they ancestors experienced. Are we sure these people are who they say they are, or are they being paid to cosplay? That's what I want to start asking. Because I've only read up to point 32. This is 113 points. So what else is involved in this story? That's only 25% of it. And that's me giving just the points in the story. I'm not even giving the story, I'm giving points. But a nigga want to talk to us about Pangea. As if Pangea rose out the water before Kenora land. But now let's get into the real meat, the meat and potatoes. Who the fuck named it Pangea? Who named it Kenora land? Who named it Ur? Who named it Nuna? You see where I'm going with this shit? What happens when we get into indigenous terms for shit like this? Ask a nigga how to say continent in their language. Ask the nigga how to say island in their language. And then show them that island and continent are the same thing. So, shit. I don't know about it just being one big ass island. It was always millions of these motherfuckers, and they come together and split apart as they do. Niggas don't understand that before Pangea, motherfucking South Africa and West Africa was on the fucking west coast of California. Oh, niggas don't talk.
Didn't they say what constitute an island? Didn't they say that is a landmass that's surrounded by water?
I can't hear you.
Didn't they say that to constitute an island it has to be surrounded by water.
That's actually geographically correct by definition. And a
So
peninsula
is
is
it really
surrounded
a
on three
supercontinent or
sides.
is it a super island?
Is it a super continent or is it a super island? That's what they not ready for. Like these niggas are not ready for this type of conversation because they don't sit with the. Watch this. If nigga did ceremony, he would have had to answer the Pangea. You did ceremony, you would have had the answer to the creation story. How you gonna do the creation story without? Okay, let me ask you this: when things are told in allegory, instead of telling the story, us that are masters in the craft, we tend to actually walk people through that story. So on recreating the first time that it was done.
Right.
I don't think they ready. This why I don't have a map. This why I don't have the mass of followers. Cause when niggas used to come to me and this and this, and I went to correcting my own followers, my shit's dropped by thousands. Hey, bro, do a video on America being Egypt, but America's not Egypt. My shit dropped by 1,000 followers.
They hit you with that. What make you think that? Well, now you questioning something that don't even concern. They
Facts.
be they be
They go Crane right there. What you say, cuz?
they be too caught up in that cult work.
Bro,
Hmm.
that's all it is coach shit.
Right.
Because it's like this. Watch this. The Wale and the Yamasi, for the most part, they worship the same deity, meaning creator. But they didn't have a mindset where it was like, okay, well, they ceremonies are different. So we gonna go to war about the ceremony. Or the Appalachian and the Wale wasn't like, oh, well, they worship different gods, or they don't believe what we believe. So when these crackers get on our ass, we not gonna unify because we don't believe the same thing. That's why there's no liberation because these niggas are continuously caught in different forms of religious beliefs. But what does religion mean? It means a tie or a bond. In Egypt, it's tahat. Tahat. Tahat is shaped like, if you look up tahat, it will show you what it's, right? And it's a bond, it's something that's inside of you that links you to something or someone else. So with these religious ties are exposing the people that we shouldn't deal with. The religious mindset is showing and
Facts.
exposing those people that we don't need to be dealing with at all.
Just
Because
talk to Red Crane before anything else, and we won't even have to have these conversations. My
and
bad, cuz.
no, that's what was told to a nigga. But what did a nigga do?
Hmm. Yeah.
He bucked, and he
Yeah.
bucked thinking, okay, I'm a buck red fire and go talk to blue fire, and hopefully he understand me. But you ain't come to me with white and blue. You ain't come to me with green. You came to me with red. So guess what you gonna get?
Hmm.
The
Red,
twin
nigga.
flame. You gonna get the
Mm-hmm.
twin flame. You gonna get red. And if you want yellow, yeah, twin flame. You want to get burnt? That's what you want. You want to
Hmm.
get exposed every time I have a conversation. Now I'm gonna use him as the example of the creation story,
Yeah. The staple poster boy.
bro. That nigga say, "Oh, they don't do this and this." Hold on, yo, boy. Ain't you just called the nigga?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, man. You the real big chief, bro. I gotta bow down. I know what's going.
Hmm.
So why it's so hard for you to listen? Oh, you 40 and you believe America is Egypt. Can't nobody teach shit 40 years.
Hmm. Hmm.
But now it's time for the free bill. We walking in on 45 minutes. Um, Shayla, I know you had a few questions. I think you asked me a question the other. If y'all do have any questions on this topic, that would be more than wonderful. If y'all do have questions on another topic, we could answer those. Paul is also in here, so if y'all have any questions dealing with the Hichiti speaking Yamasi, then you can ask those directly to him and receive the best answer. So the floor is open to y'all.
I just had one question, and it might be kind of random, but I do want to know: is there a relationship to Pacific Islanders?
Yes, in multiple ways. Some came on their own. I hope I can find the map. And then some were also brought during, different different lows, right? Or drop offs. Paul, I do want to pass that to you because you do have slight more information on the Pacific Islanders that came here to Florida than I do. So if you would like to answer that for her.
He, yes, yes, we actually have family that are of the Oceania family. You have the Samoans that's family, and you also have um many other islanders that came. They actually came into South America. That's how it happened. They came into South America and mixed in with us.
I seen the video. Shay, I'm gonna find it for you and shoot it to you. But Auntie, she an anthropologist down there in Brazil, and she say that migration happened over 100,000 years ago, and like they got boats to prove. They got the boat drawings and all of this crazy shit to prove it. But
Yes.
then she explained she was like she only give it a 20,000 year mark so it can be in like contemporary work. Because if she put the actual date, then everybody will basically overlook it. You get me? So she like, okay, I'm gonna give it a lesser date so people can study it, but eventually they'll find out the shit is 5 times older than what I said it was.
And I will say something on the line, but I'll give the information to you, nephew, and you can give it to her. And you gonna be like, oh snap. Like, yeah, you know. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something. I do have like a bunch of Pacific Islanders that I follow on Instagram, and I listen to some of their like creation and migration stories. So like, if you want to get in contact with them, I can send you like their Instagram and stuff, and they can tell you themselves.
Yes, that'd be beautiful too. That way, like you said, we could have them on here and they can, share their information because it's more genetically closer to them than it would be to us. So that'll definitely be a nice pass.
And I had a question too about the clan system, and I
Talk
wanted
to
to talk about that dude too, Indigo. I had talked to him about a year ago. I knew he was like what your uncle be saying, an internet Indian. Because
Yeah.
when I was trying to ask him about some of his like tribal history and stuff, and he just I don't even remember what he said, but I remember he just
Yeah,
shouted
he
out trying to like scam me on something to get
boy
like a
Dan
reading or something.
Calloway.
That man gonna send you a packet. You gonna get a box full of mushrooms.
That boy Dan
Soon,
Calloway for
I was
real.
like, as
People
soon
better
as he
start
told me this,
following these false prophets.
Cause while I was on the land, right? Cause
Hmm.
while I told matter of fact, I told you the story and Parker vouched for me. Now somebody that was there can vouch for me. So long story short, um, those that are part of they had to do something, right? And I was able to come with being that shit, proving who I am, right? By blood. Me and Sekou had the conversation. We talked. Then Pa come, me and Pa talking today. We go take this walk, right? on us taking this walk, I seen fool stop. He stopped the Zay and said something, yo, boy. But like Zay said what he said and just kept it moving.
Right.
While we there, you feel me? I'm there with the B Alachi, which is Pa. He's there. You feel me? I'm there with other medics. I'm just using my eyes. You know what I mean? What mama tell you? Something that shit hot, don't touch it. It ain't yours. You get what I'm saying? So I seen some shit that even deals with our ceremony. But I had to think when Paul was talking to me on the whole trip there and the whole trip back, I was getting something that not everybody got that was being passed to me on the land. You feel me? So with food, like damn, how he get to go? Like you feel me? How they get the like, bro? Them people know who is who, whether it's a close relation, whether it's a relation, whether it's a unification. When you actually speak, bro, people know who you are for real. So when you look at these people, bro, you got to take everything into account. A nigga will tell you that they not Africans, but they got on the fucking dashiki with a Western Plains headdress.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Right.
the shit that tripped me. I was like, why you got that hairdress on? If you seen Taino, it's like I ain't never seen no Taino wear that.
You right. But then the same nigga say, oh, but the Wale ain't wearing what he wore. Now let
Damn
me
right.
ask you this. Who was and he's right until a certain point. Paul
Mm-hmm.
know what point this is why Eagle Joe is important. This is why elders are important.
Right.
Because who was the first Europeans to to meet the Wale? French.
Mm-hmm.
Why was my suit made by French Crown as a French style button suit? What happened to those Wale that moved to the Chattahoochee region and start flying the banner of the French?
Hmm.
Oh, nobody want to talk about the Cherokees and the Yamasee and the Wale and the Appalachee that was like, nah, fuck the British and the Spanish. We rocking with the French. Niggas
Mm-hmm.
ain't got that history, bro. You can't talk to me. You can't if
That's where the
you
Cherokee
can't
get their
talk
name
to me.
from, right?
Say it
Nah,
again.
The
they
Cherokee get
gonna
their name
tell
from the
you
French, don't they?
that's Haiti's story.
And the craziest part about it is was niggas not leaving America going to Haiti to help them, bro.
Man,
Yep. Yep.
I ain't, bro. Do
Yeah.
niggas
Red
want to
Crane
talk
dropped
about
that
this for
gem.
real?
Red Crane dropped that gem.
Yeah.
Right.
Crane,
Right.
man.
Yeah. It was.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. We went to.
Hmm.
All right.
What's Haiti indigenous name? Quequea or Que
Oh,
something like that.
Quequea. And who
Yeah.
is the god? Who is the southern god of Wale? Quecuga.
Right.
Or properly said, Queshuga.
Hmm.
But ain't nobody making these connections. Ain't nobody making these connections.
Hey, we don't know what we're talking about. So hey, we don't know what we're talking about.
Bro,
Nah, they tell us we don't read without asking us where our sources come from.
Mm-hmm. Y'all just
niggas
be
will say,
saying.
we'll say, hey, you can find Yamasi in our language as Yamasi. But nah, it mean ancient people. That's Yimusi. But we can actually find Yamasi in the language. So we know we been fucking with them. And we can find us in y'all language. Nah, we weren't fucking with y'all. So how the fuck we get in y'all language? How
I'm
do a bitch
saying.
translate y'all language and say, oh, they talking about these people over there? What you got a name for us if we ain't exist to y'all? Stupid. Niggas is dumb.
But I did have a question about the clan system. So
Oh
I
yeah,
wanted to.
Yeah,
Reese.
ask it,
Yeah,
ask
Reese. It's red fire. That's twin flame tonight, bro. You see that orange down
it.
there, bro? We gonna be, bro. It's vengeance and mercy tonight. So you gonna get both energies, bro. Talk to me, family. What's good?
So my family, we've been trying to. We still searching for our clan to try to basically become a tribe. But I wanted to ask, so how does like the chief system work? Of like, if you're like my parents wanted me to be a chief, but my dad has a different clan, my mom has a different clan. Will my dad's clan have their own chief, and my mom's clan would be like I would be her chief? Or like how would that work?
Where you from?
So,
Louisville, Kentucky.
You from across the Mississippi on the southeast side. Okay. So
But the short answer would be yeah, bro. I mean,
So then, like, would it be like one chief over like all the whole family, or would it just be like
You
each
got your
chief?
dad got his tribe, your
yeah,
mama
I'm about
got
to
her
say,
tribe, but
yeah,
you
divide
your
that, bro.
mama.
Okay. All right. So like with me, I'm gonna just say,
hold on, give me one moment. Let me say this before you go, cuz at an hour, I'ma stop it and then I'ma start it back. That way we can break it into two separate videos for YouTube. That's straight, everybody.
yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Uh
But go
so
ahead, cuz.
so Reese, like my my people by blood, the Deer Clan are by blood so-called Cherokee, right? But then like on my great great grandmother's match, I mean paternal side, they were Cherokee, they Cherokee Freeman on roll. And they Wolf Clan on paper. Like who they came, I guess they would have been, I guess what we would call today adopted Wolf Clan, because that's who they came, that's who they were so-called enslaved by, was somebody, a family that was Wolf Clan. So that would have made the paternal lineage of my people Wolf Clan. But my matrilineal side is Deer Clan, and that's by blood. I'm taking the matrilineal side because that's what the tribe actually goes by. So I'm me knowing that when I studied the Cherokee uh traditions and everything, I found out that they were a matrilineal clan, right? So I took my match, and when you go in there to do your paperwork and stuff like that, they want your matrilineal side before they ask for your father's. Like they gonna ask for that before they want to know your matrilineal side versus your father's side.
In short,
It comes
uh
second.
in short, yeah. And I'll start. I want you to ask that question again. I'm gonna use that to answer the opening for the next video. So um
Mm.
that's what I will do.
See, but I'm